The Arena is a local card and game shop found on Broadway, near Maggie Mae's Bar and Grill. A staple of the Salina community for over 2 decades, it offers numerous games and activities for just about everyone to enjoy. The Arena is host to several card and tabletop game tournaments. Its biggest draw is probably its huge collection of films and video games. We talked with the proprietor to find out how they were recovering from the quarantine.
We actually started it almost 30 years ago. It started as sports card and comics, and then then when Troy Dean was one of my partners in there. We separated in 1996, and so I moved out to the old mall in 1997 and started it as the Arena. Before that, it was the corner shop, and I was mainly did sports cards, and I started to do movies and video games after a while, because kids, they produced so many sports cards and they were going down in price, and kids were getting more and more into the video games and stuff, so we had to expand into what people wanted. We've actually been 5 different locations. We started on Iron Street, just in a real small, it was a little 2-room space that we rented. We did the comics in one, the sports cards in the other, and then we moved on to Santa Fe, 125 North Santa Fe. And then after that, we moved out to the mall, the 1200, well, I forget the address on that, but it was the old Mid-State Mall. And then when they actually, were forcing all the little shops out so they could put like Hobby Lobby and some bigger stores in there, we went back on Santa Fe. We were at 127 North Santa Fe, right next to where our old shop was. And then, of course, after that, we came out here on Broadway, 427 South Broadway. Right now, we do the sports cards, the gaming. It's pretty well diversified right now. We do sports cards, we do gaming cards, we do the video games, we do movies, and we do other collectibles. We'll do like the autographed jerseys, bats, stuff like that. It's funny because in Magic, I usually see people usually about that 14 years old into about their mid-30s playing Magic. Now there's some that get old, but it's in that area. And in sports cards, I see people from about that 8 years old clear up into their 70s that still do sports cards. Same way with the movies. We have people come in for the movies and the video games, and it's from like their 8 years old on video games clear up into like their 50s, 60s. So I mean, it's kind of diversified in the types of people. You see them from all different incomes, all different ethnics. They come in, and what's funny is I like to see how people mesh together when they do come in. Most people, it doesn't matter what social area you're from and stuff. When they start talking sports or start talking their favorite video games, they're the same, on the same level and same person. And what really brought a lot more people in was the video games and the movies. I see that I get a lot more, different groups, with the movies and video games than I did when I saw the sports cards and the regular gaming. But I see it's opening up now where I see a lot more diversified in the gaming area, like the card games. Well, what we did, of course they said we had to shut our doors, but we could do curbside service. And so we went on Facebook and on the internet to show people, we tell people we were still open, but they had to call in. We could take out stuff to them. My wife actually came in here and took pictures of a lot of stuff to show people what we had, and put it on our Facebook page. And people would call in and say, "Hey, I saw this on the picture. Do you still have that?" And if we did, they'd come by and pick it up, and we'd take it out to them. But we couldn't let people in the store during that. It was about 2 months that we had to do it like that. During the pandemic, when we couldn't allow people in, our numbers dropped a lot. The good thing is I do so much stuff on the internet too. That's another way I subsidize, because there's a lot, my business is, because there's a lot of sports cards that won't sell in this area, but I can sell them on the internet. I'll put, like eBay and other outlets, on there on the internet. But so that kept us going. But like I said, you saw the internet rise up because more people were staying at home, so they were scanning the internet for stuff. But you saw, of course, in here it dropped. I'd say probably 60, 70% in that time during that 2-month period. But once people were coming in, it picked back up to normal, and actually a little bit better for that first month or two. People got their stimulus checks. They had a little bit more money to spend. They came in, so that actually, we had actually a better month than what I thought when we first opened back up. Right now, I'm trying to get some stuff built up for the Christmas time because I don't know what's going to happen with the pandemic, if they're going to make a shutdown again. But if we get it built up, we can put it on Facebook and see, because there's a lot of stuff I can't get in. I have people that have been coming in from like Manhattan, Wichita and stuff just to get card supplies from me because they're out of them and they can't find them anywhere at a decent price. They didn't doubling or tripling the price on them. So I'm trying to get stuff like that in to get ready, in case that would happen again. I'd like to see the gaming, where we can keep the back room open for the kids to game with. I know Wizards of the Coast now, with the pandemic, hitting again, they've suspended all organized play, but we can still do it casual. People just have to wear their face masks, if they're within like 6 feet of each other and everything. If it gets worse, and like I said, we're going to have to, go back to the curbside, if they shut us down. But if they don't shut us down, it's just trying to get different things in, because these other companies, they've shut down shipping departments before, so I have to try and get it in before they do that. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is find stuff, get it in, that way we have it for basically your Christmas season. Usually I'd be looking Christmas season about a month or two down the road, a little bit more, but I have to look at it now. But I think, we'll get through this, We've fought through other things, and this is one of the fights that you have to do, and it's one where I think, if everybody works together, and that's the good thing I see people doing. I see a lot of people actually working together to get through it, and that's the good thing.
For Salina Media Connection, I'm Paul Kirkwood.